Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Transformers Friday from the Toybox edition. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Transformers Power of the Primes Legends Class Dinobots Slash. Let's get into it. Let's take a look at the figure and her accessories. At least I understand that Slash is a fembot. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's what I've been told. So here we have ages 8 and up, Transformers Generation, Power of the Primes, and of course this is the instruction manual. I forgot to say that. Dinobot Slash, and this is the only accessory. And then you open it up, and the instructions can be a little blurry on this paper, but for the most part these are pretty clear. Illustrations and the instructions themselves are easy to follow, like most Legends class figures of this time. Now let's take a look at the bot herself. And being Power of the Primes, this piece does open and you can put a Titan Master or Prime Master figure in here to, I'm not sure if they quite operate, you know, in this mode, or if they're just along for the ride. But me personally, I like to say they're just along for the ride. Now, as far as the figure itself goes, let's take a look. Now, she really does kind of match up with the G1 aesthetic, especially since the other Power of the Primes Dinobots were really going more for that G1 toy aesthetic with the clear parts with the gold and circuitry and stuff underneath, just like the head here. Very, very reminiscent of those G1 toys right here as well, and that's on both sides. So, you know, to me, that's a nice callback or throwback, whatever you want to call it. Now, as far as articulation for this figure goes, right here on the forearms, they're just pegged in right here, and they just spin around 360 degrees. The legs here or these back legs are on ball joints, so you know you can get some in and out going on there, as well as a full 360 degree rotation. And because of this cut right here, you know, you can get that kind of action going on. And if you really want to count it, this is mostly for transformation, but the tail will go up and down. You do have some knee movement here and some ankle movement as well, but this is mostly for transformation. As you can see, she's got some visible hand syndrome going on right here, and wow, look at that. I just popped that right on off there. So, and then up here at the head, which is a little, it's kind of tight right here, so, but you know, she can look up that far in this mode and back down that far. And then the mouth, you have to lift the head up. The mouth does also open. It will open up about that wide, and it's got some nice molded details in there as well. So she is still currently in my display, as well as Swoop, Power of the Prime Swoop. I have not gotten my copy of the 86 swoop yet, so these are the only two Power of the Primes Dinobots, or those are the only two Power of the Primes Dinobots currently in my display. And now I will say this one is a little bit balance issue oriented, so there is that. There is some, you know, can be some difficulty in getting this figure to pose correctly, but once you get it, it stays just like that. Awesome. Well, there you have it, my friends, a look at Dinobot Slash and her instruction manual. It's time for alt mode comparisons, and here we have the Transformers Power of the Primes Legends class Dinobot Slash with the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Kingdom Fossilizer Dracodon and the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Deluxe Class Fossilizer Paleotrex. For our final set of alt mode comparisons, here we have the Transformers Power of the Primes Legends Class Dinobot Slash with the Transformers Titans Returns Legends Class Bumblebee and the Amazon exclusive Generation Selects Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Earthrise Leader Class Alternate Universe Optimus Prime. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the comedy portion of our show where I attempt to transform this poor little Transformer. And let's see, we'll start by closing the mouth there. And I think all this just flips back. I'm probably wrong, but we'll see. And then rotate the arms like this. These, did they tab in? No, I don't think they don't tab in. They just kind of, these pieces go down the side here, and right there it just stops it. So there's that. So let's straighten that up and then separate and then flip these pieces out. So pretty easy so far. Then let's see. So the tail. Well, not sure exactly how that's supposed to go. Let's see if I can figure it out. So you lift this flap up and you kind of push the head down in there, close the flap down, and then move the tail down like so. That looks correct so far. And then right here, let's straighten the arms out, or what become the arms, and then the dinosaur feet just kind of hinge into place like so, and so. So and so. And then the legs, rotate them around at the thigh. And I think that does it, my friends. There's Slash, all transformed. Well, let's take a look at Slash in her robot mode. And I have to say, I think overall I like the silhouette of this robot mode. I think it's pretty cool. It doesn't have the gappiness of the dinosaur mode, but because it's a raptor and it's so small, you can kind of overlook that a little bit. But it looks like the head is molded in black plastic. Then we've got the visor, has some red paint, and then silver for the face. And there I go bumping the camera. Here is a faction logo. It looks like it is an Autobot logo, and it's kind of hard to see because it's so small. There, that's a little better, and you can see it doesn't quite fit completely into that cavity. It does go down onto this textured piece. And speaking of molded texture, I mean, just look at all that. It's very, very cool looking. We've got some paint apps here on the knee and on the shins, and then looks like some paint apps maybe right on top of there. No, that was just some shading from the lights. So let's take a look at the figure's articulation. At the head, she can turn her head that far, and about the same on the other side. You can see right here the hinge here for the tail kind of gets in the way. The arm is on a ball joint, and it does have a cut right here, so she can raise her arm up slightly better than 90 degrees, and she can rotate it around 360 degrees, and you get a little bit of swivel on that ball as well. So that's pretty cool. A regular hinge in the elbow, no ball joint, and it gives you, we'll go ahead and call that 90 degrees, and then nothing for the wrist, nothing at the waist, at the hips. Well, skipping something. So she will give you the splits. We'll go ahead and call it the splits plus because it's a little bit better than 90 degrees, but you know, we've got this in the way. Well, not really in the way, but it hangs down further than the hips. So she can kick forward approximately 90 degrees. Back, the dinosaur arms get in the way, so you only get that far back. Due to transformation, she does have a cut at the thigh on a mushroom peg, and it does rotate 360 degrees. A single hinge at the knee, and it looks like approximately 90 degrees. You can, I guess, if you want to, say she has toe tilt down all the way into the back of her leg, but that's due to transformation, so I typically do not count that. But that's just me. You count it however you like. And there we have it, my friends. A look at Slash in her robot mode. It's time for my favorite part of a Transformers review, robot mode comparisons. And here we have the Transformers Power of the Primes Legends class Dinobot Slash with a Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy Kingdom Core class Dracodon, and the Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy Deluxe class Fossilizer Paleotrex. For our final set of robot mode comparisons, here we have the Transformers Power of the Primes Legends class Dinobot Slash with the Transformers Titans Returns Legends class Bumblebee, and the Walmart exclusive Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy Netflix Earthrise Leader class Optimus Prime. For final thoughts on the Transformers Power of the Primes Legends class Dinobot Slash, I'm going to have to say, you know, I am not familiar with this character at all. I think it's an IDW creation, and they put her, from what I understand, it's a female bot. I don't know that for 100%, but that's what somebody had told me, was that she was a female. So we're gonna go with that. And again, I'm not familiar with this character. Was it nice to add a new Dinobot to the Dinobots? Yeah, it really kind of was. And the robot mode, especially the deco on the robot mode, looks really, really good to me. And I like, even though the dinosaur mode has a little bit of problems with some gappiness in the midsection, overall I like this, and it's staying in my display even with the Studio Series Dinobot. She's going to be a part of that team, for at least for me going forward. And I do like how they tied this one in with the other Power of the Primes Dinobots and kind of gave it that more G1 toy aesthetic with the clear parts, with the gold underneath. And I like that look, because it does really take me back to my childhood. So, but I enjoyed this one. It's going to stay in my display. I'm hoping that maybe one day we'll get a deluxe class, even though it won't be Studio Series. But maybe, whatever comes next after Legacy, we'll get a deluxe class of a deluxe new version of Slash. And I think that would be cool to just, have a Raptor to go along with the rest of the Dinobots. That, to me, that's a really good idea. But that's just me, and who knows what Hasbro thinks. But I like this one. I like it for what it is, and it's a basic, simple Legends class version of a character I'm not familiar with, and I would like to be familiar with this character, because I think Dinobot Raptor is kind of cool. Well, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I'm now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content, or just help the channel grow, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.